We are getting ready for back to school, aren't we? So at 9:47, we have a number of our anchors, including our Ben Thompson, speaking to superintendents across the Charlotte Metro, I should say. I know I will be speaking to the superintendent of Fort Mill School District soon. But in Rock Hill, as they get ready, our Ben Thompson did speak to the superintendent. We're going to play this for you now in its entirety as they had a discussion getting ready for school.
You're new on the job in the last few weeks. How's it going so far?
Fantastic. I've been very busy. The most important thing I need to do right now is get to know the people. So far, I've visited every school, met the summer staff, the custodians, the groundkeepers, the bookkeepers, the registrars, the principals, taken a walk through each and every school building, and really getting to know our community through the lens of the people who work all summer long, so that when the teachers come, we're ready for the teachers so they can be ready for the kids.
What are you most excited about?
The first day of school. There's nothing like it. This will be my 32nd first day of school, and I look forward to it every year. It's the best day of the year. It's like Christmas.
Talking about the new teachers here, I see about you're 98% staffed
Yes.
overall. Bus driver routes are all filled. Not every district can say that. What are you guys doing right?
Well, I know that our human resources staff has been recruiting hard, but it's not just human resources, it takes everybody. So I know that we've had teachers, we've had principals, we've had everybody who's an employee in our district talking to people who they know in other places about what a great place this is to work and live. And so we're bringing people in mostly through word of mouth.
Talk to me about the biggest challenges you as a new superintendent, but also the district is facing going into this new school year.
Definitely student achievement is first and foremost. Parents trust us to have their kids ready to make their own choices when they finish high school. And so to do that, we have to make sure every day is on point in the classroom so that students are ready 13 years later when they graduate for any path they choose.
Last year I saw that there were described as 7,000 behavior incidents here in the district. I believe that was up 2,000 from the year before. How is the district going to respond going into this school year?
So we do have a robust plan to engage community, engage students in looking at how do we implement the policies we have. Sometimes when you start to really implement, you see those numbers go up, because behaviors that might have been overlooked before become addressed. And so that's not necessarily a bad thing.
So are you suggesting it was a reporting issue of more reporting because a stricter protocol?
That would be conjecture because I wasn't here.
Okay. That's fair.
But oftentimes that's the case.
If you had a group of parents sitting down with you right now, what would you want to tell them to assure them about your priorities going forward?
My number one priority is kids. I want kids to have a great experience in school each and every day, from the second they get on the bus to the second they go home. In class, out of class, in the cafeteria, everything they do in their after school activities. I want the experience to be one that fosters their growth. Parents trust us. So I think the most important thing I would say to parents is thank you for trusting us with your children. We do not take that lightly. I do not take that lightly. In fact, I take it very personally and never take for granted that trust.
What would you describe as your largest academic priority going into this year?
Definitely math. I've looked at the data over multiple years. Math is definitely an issue. I know our state has worked on new math standards and new math materials that we're rolling out this year. But math is a huge gatekeeper in careers. Kids who grow up thinking they're bad in math tend to not perform well in math, and they lock themselves out of career options. And so I want education to open doors, not keep them closed.
To that point, how is the district going to lean into AI, both from a student level and also the teacher level as well?
That's something that's really important to me. I'm just now getting a handle on technology in terms of what are our systems, what are our devices, how do we use them as learning tools in the classrooms, and where are we with AI? I would say it's too early for me to comment because I just don't know yet. But I think AI has great promise for transforming education, just as transforming every other field.
So you mentioned devices just then. South Carolina passed a law when it comes to banning cell phones and devices in the classroom. Knowing that you are new, and I'm not asking you so much to comment on the policies, as in general, overall, do you feel like that is where schools are moving towards? I feel like for years there's been a debate about whether or not it was a good idea or not. You feel like that's where we're going?
I do, absolutely. I know that our district passed policy before it became state law, and so we were on the front edge of that. I do think that students are too easily distracted by their devices. It's just, and we are too as adults. You pick up your device and all of a sudden you're in there for 20 minutes and you've missed what's happened in the classroom. We can't have that. We have to have kids focused and engaged in the classroom.
What's your message to students on the first day of school?
Be present, show up, and be ready to learn and work hard because you're going to have a great year.